unhuman, don't treat me inhuman.
Right, right. Yeah, you're not. I'm not getting paid enough to take this kind of abuse. So,
Hmm.
kiss my ass.
I'm not working in a McDonald's where I have to stand right there and hear you. Nope, I don't. I can drive. I got a vehicle. And if I can get myself out of the situation, I can get myself out of the situation.
Right. I'll just leave. A good boss knows that keeping a good tech is far better than keeping a bad customer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, well, I got a couple submissions from Facebook. He only has first initials, so it's JJV. Said, I had a guy in Philadelphia who bought a warehouse with an old well in the living area. After construction, he called us. His crawl space was 3 foot high and about so many foot high, and he asked if I could inspect all the corners. He asked if I could place a bait station down there just in case. I did. It was the right thing to do. I also placed another bait station in his 3-car garage because he insisted persistently that 2 mounts bait stations wouldn't be enough. No current activity was found or reported, by the way. We then inspected about 20 areas, and we sprayed everywhere and added bait stations to all utility areas, 8 of them. After treatment of the interior, I just finished about 30 foot on the front and rear exterior, hour and a half later, and he decided to show me a hole on his roof. There was a tiny pinhole, but he wanted me to shuffle along the side of the roof ledge to reach the other side to treat the entire roof line. I had to stop him there. Yeah, he did this little drawing thing about having to get up on the roof. I'm sorry. A lot of pest control companies don't do roof work unless you have someone else working with you.
Yeah.
Because that's just dangerous shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, I don't get up on a. I don't even like getting up on my small little 8-foot ladder.
Yeah, no, and I tell you, you're there for hours on end, and as soon as you get the truck loaded, I need you to do this too. Dude, I've been here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you wait till my shit's loaded, and I'm getting ready to go. Mm-hmm. And no, I'm not getting on your roof.
Nah.
Brandon T. says, I have a customer that runs a motel in the middle of the hood that 8 to 10 of the rooms on the first building are hookers. Not the Julia Roberts kind either, more like Courtney Love aesthetic. Skanky. Every time we go out to the place, he always wants something for free, and he's a pointer. Not to mention one of my prior co-workers almost got beat with a pipe by a hobo there last year.
God.
Yeah, I love those places. I've had a couple of those. New York Avenue going into D.C. There was this. Actually, this was the hotel that Mayor Marion Barry got busted with a hooker smoking crack at.
And, yeah. I know who you're talking. That's the one up in New York, New Jersey?
No. This one's in D.C. Mayor
in D.C.
D.C. or Marion Barry. Yeah, it was right off New York Avenue. And yeah, I had to do that place. And the hookers would on the second floor would stand at all the rooms open to the outside little walkway with the railing. And they just stand there on the railing and wave to people as they walk by, trying to get people coming in the room for work, for getting some booty. And all of them looked like they were beaten with a garden weasel.
They're one of my favorite phrases from oh god, what's this guy's name? It's like Rabbit something. He's a car guy on YouTube. And he says those ain't J.C. Penney gals.
No, they're not. They're like Family Dollar gals.
Yeah, that actually I think will be a good episode in the future. We want hotel and motel stories.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got some good ones.
That will be a great story. I want to hear about people getting solicited and stuff like that. Like, please tell your stories.
Yeah. We'll do that. And I've already come up with an idea for my next show. It's going to be pest control myths, things that customers have said. Oh, I was told that this works, and all these myths about pest control and pests. I think that would be a good one. I know technicians have heard all kinds of shit. So. Okay, Lance D. said he had a guy sue me for $980,000 worth of termite damage to a stucco house. My insurance company paid him $180,000. He sold the house to an unsuspecting buyer without making the repairs, and now he's getting sued by the second buyer. Karma. That's definitely karma, bending you over and giving it to you dry when you do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, for worst customer ever, I kind of went over this one customer on the Nasty Customer episode, but it bears repeating. Down off of Back Mountain Road in Woodstock, Virginia, there's the guy, the big gelatinous gentleman, sweaty and stinky. The whole place smelled like, gym socks and, a disgusting football locker room after a practice in the middle of July. And, sitting on his hover round, playing Atari in his kitchen. Atari or Nintendo, one of the two, really old school. And he told me he was having flies in his bathroom, so I went around to check the bathroom out. And when I opened the door, this nasty smell hit me, and it looks like he backed his ass just inside the door and had explosive diarrhea. And it's amazing because you'd think it'd be all over the sidewalls and the back wall because it's pointing in that direction. But if you're standing in the doorway and the top of the door jam's right above your head, inside the bathroom, above the door jamb, there was shit on the wall, which I'm still not sure how he managed to get that poop to make a U-turn and hit the top of the door jamb inside the bathroom, which I thought was just absolutely amazing. I mean, that's, bonus points for that dude. It's like
Jack, have you never had Taco Bell before?
Oh no, I've had Taco Bell. I have, but I
don't know what you're confused about.
I still don't have laser guided turd missiles. I mean,
that ain't guided. That's just Russian roulette. You don't know where it's going to shoot off at.
It's like that Olestra stuff they used to make. Those potato chips that had that fat blocker stuff. Do you remember that a long time ago? I think
I know what you're talking. I think I've heard of them.
And the warning label says, may cause gas with oily discharge, increased bowel movements, an urgent need to have them, and an inability to control them. So that means while eating these potato chips, you could shit yourself with no warning whatsoever. None.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Nasty. Oh, yeah, but I mean, where's customers? I mean, I've got so many, and I think I've compartmentalized a lot of it. You just try to block it out. And
yeah, I think so too, because I try not to have too much negative energy, so I'm like, I don't really remember right now. And I was trying really hard to think about it. I'm like, I can't think of any. A future episode we are going to have, though, where I have a week of bad things, is we can do a bad day episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is days that's just like, I just want to go home, have a drink, I'm just done. Just completely done. I want to take my vacation time early. We've all had those days. Every one of us.
Oh, days are just fucked from the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of one. I kind of mentioned this on like our first or second show. So if y'all haven't heard the other shows, we're on every single podcast provider out there, and I just submitted today to radio.com, so we'll be on that one too. I'm going to find a way to turn these into video with like our emblem on the video part, so that I can get them all uploaded to YouTube as well. But
yeah, that'll be good to do.
What this one family down in Dale City, Virginia, had an adult child with low functioning autism, and he was prone to leaving, to getting out of the bedroom and like taking off down the street, which is a common thing for children with autism. They're prone to going AWOL. That's why you hear about these horrible things about these poor kids that run out of the house and they find them in a pond or something. It's horrible. It really is. It's heartbreaking. And what they did is, first of all, they lied to us when they called about the bed bugs, because my boss at the time asked if they had any type of floor covering like laminate or anything, because they'll get under the laminate floor. And they're like, oh, no, it's just hardwood. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Well, we get set up to do a heat job. What these people had done is they had vinyl flooring on top of the hardwood, because apparently if he was making a mess, it was easier to clean up the vinyl. And what this mother had done was, apparently there are these pictures on the wall that this woman found in a pile of trash where people set stuff out for the dump. And she thought it was cool, so she brought it in. And the backside of this picture had all types of bedbug feces on it, the little blood spots and everything. And what got me is there is a adjoining bathroom to the bedroom. But there was a latch, a hasp for a padlock on the outside of the bedroom. So the guy had access to his bed and his bathroom, but he was locked in there, which I don't agree with, because, what if the damn place caught on fire and, they couldn't get to him, he couldn't get out? It's horrible. Mm-hmm. So I think that was bad. And we did a heat job there. Heat jobs are cool. We got all the fans and the heaters set up and the little wireless temperature monitors all through the room. And we just sat in the living room and just watched the laptop and watched the temperature monitors. And man, I tell you, the amount of bed bugs in that room. The vinyl curled up, but we didn't care because they're gonna have to replace it anyways. But the amount of bed bugs that came out of that room, disgusting. But for worst customer ever. I'm sorry. I'm very familiar. I'm very familiar with special needs children, and you don't lock them in a room like that with them not being able to get out at all. There are other measures you can take that maybe they can roam through the house, but don't do that. That's bad. It's like keeping someone in jail. I don't agree with that at all. But no, I want to hear more about whatever. And I want to hear all kinds of stories. I don't care what kind of story it is. If you want to send us, please, by all means. Okay. I had a guy send me a message about somebody that kept favors for control serving. No. Services.
Yeah, not just isolate and nil in there.
Well, see, you had a woman with funded titties. I may have a whole other story, though. Was she just like old?
She was old. She wasn't offering anything. She wasn't a sugar mom or anything. She lived in a camper, so wasn't offering me anything.
That's Mo Booty. She could bring it to you.
She could. Yeah, I guess she could.
Let's take a bite out of that Hank Hill.
Like Hank Hill ass ball.
So how are you coming along on getting information for the pest control in the media?
I need to be better about it.
What's that?
I need to be better about it. I'll be working on that this week. So got some time. I can actually get that done. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to think of anything else we can go ahead and put in. I know you usually do a news story. Didn't really have anything, but I like this one, and I'm sure you would agree with me. Boresis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Announces March product of the month. Not man. Cat's on my tongue. But Niban, yeah. Talking about Niban being, the product of the month. You can actually go to the Pest Control Technology, the magazine, go to their website, and you actually get $1 off a 10-pound bag of Niban granular bait.
Pocket Niban.
This is not an official sponsor, but I fucking love Niban. So if you guys do want to sponsor the show, there's some free advertisement right there for you.
That's right. I can wear my Red Wing boots to go around and spread that Niban around. We can definitely work both of those in.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, that's right, Red Wing. I sent you an email and linked you to our podcast. So if you're hearing this, I love you, Red Wings. I was bragging about you yesterday when I went to take my son to go get some pho. That big noodle stuff. I always say pho, and everybody goes, it's pho. That's kind of funny because over here in Harrisburg, there's a restaurant called Pho King. So I want some Pho King soup. And no, Red Wing store, and I'm like, oh. I said, them's the best pair of shoes you'll ever own. Red Wings. He goes,
I guess that's a boot I need to get. I've been wanting to get a new pair of my Walmart brand ones. They are. I've torn them up. I've had them for about a year, and they are not going to last me much longer. They're not going to last me for the summer.
A pair of Irish setter, Red Wing Irish setters I've had for 5 years, and they're still a good boot. They hold up amazingly. Although I think on a Pest Control Humor Depot or one of the other pages, I ended up having some female pest control operator telling me that she had a horrible experience with the booth.